Green flag in the air. Him and Lance White will lead him into turn number 1. Well, Cornell will lead him into turn number 1 as Lance White having a bit of an issue. There's Craig Parker going to take the race lead off of turn number 2. Those two cars, teammates, best friends. Off the racetrack, Cornell and Parker. They go side by side for the top spot. On the bottom, it will be Parker taking over the top spot. He'll lead lap number 1. Followed by Cornell, Steve Stoltz, and Kent Rosevear in the 4th position. So Craig Parker, the man out front by about 3 car lengths now, is John Cornell trying to keep his car tightened down to the bottom side of the racetrack, falling right behind Craig Parker in the 48. Couldn't quite keep it down there, though, for turn number 4. Parker drives away from Cornell. Steve Stoltz hanging on that 3rd position over Kent Rosevear in the 02 and the 75B of Dakota Berry. Dakota Berry right in the top 5 right now when the out-of-state drivers is Bruce Duckett making some moves back there, back of the pack. Saw him get past Paul Rios that last lap. He just got a 3-for-1 deal. Down the back straightaway, got past the 15, the 8, and the 107 of Mueller, Caldwell, and White. So Bruce Duckett in the 22B had a strong run last time out here at Arizona Speedway. Looking to get back on the podium here tonight in that 22B, but right now finds himself about 10 car lengths off the 75B of Dakota Berry, who rides around in the 5th spot, excuse me. So it's Craig Parker out front, showing the way, getting ready to put Doug Paxton 1 lap down in the number 99 machine as they work off of turn number 2. Paul Rios is taking his car off the racetrack. Looks like his main event is done. Couple of squirrels back there, back of the pack. It's Craig Parker trying to work over Doug Paxton. He's going to go to the inside, sneak past Paxton, put him 1 lap down. Now has his sights set on a couple of guys going side by side. The 107 of White and Chris Caldwell. That's the first side-by-side battle, or only side-by-side battle on the racetrack. For those of you at home watching on IMCA.TV, and they are at the very tail end of the lead lap, side by side, right ahead of your race leader. Let's see if the lap traffic comes into play here and slows down Craig Parker. That last lap ran a 17.042 to a 17.560 of Cornell. Parker able to scoot by Lance White with ease. Now working the top side of the racetrack, going to work his way around Chris Caldwell off of turn number 2. Can he get around him? Yes, he does. So Parker goes around Chris Caldwell. Can he lap the field at this rate as the 107 of Lance White pulls his car off the racetrack? His night is done. Lance White comes to a spinning stop. Entering turn at number 1, we will stay green. As Craig Parker getting ready to work over the 15 of Paul Mueller. Trying to put him a lap down. Mueller, though, putting up a little bit of a fight now off of turn number 2. It will be Parker getting by him. So put Paul Mueller 1 lap down as Bruce Duckett starting to reel in the backside of the top 5 here. Dakota Berry in the 75D. Bruce Duckett, the last car on the lead lap right now. Trying to make it a 3-car battle right now as they're side by side for the 4th position. Dakota Berry to the inside of Steve Stoltz. Off of turn number 4 they come. Dakota Berry sneaks into the top 4, gets past Steve Stoltz. Now has his getting ready to put Doug Paxton 1 lap down as they race off of turn number 2. Berry and Stoltz underneath the 99 lap car of Paxton. Bruce Duckett in the 22B trying to reel in those 2 drivers and avoid going a lap down from Craig Parker, because that might happen here in the next handful of laps. There's 12 laps to go, halfway through tonight's main event here at Arizona Speedway for the FK Ride-Ins SWDRA late models here in their Bobby Engel Realtor main event here tonight. And Craig Parker just holding a smooth wheel right now on that number 48. He has them covered. 16.902 that last lap for Craig Parker. As John Cornell crosses the stripe with a 17.297. So Craig Parker right now in a league of his own. Just ahead of Craig Parker is Bruce Duckett, the last car on the lead lap in the 6th position. Dakota Berry and Steve Stoltz run 4th and 5th, and now Craig Parker pulls right up to the backside of Bruce Duckett. He gets past Bruce Duckett, puts him 1 lap down. So now 5 cars left on the lead lap as those 2 As Craig Parker drives away, the battle is heating up for that second spot off of turn number 4 now. John Cornell has the position, but here comes the 0-2 of Quentin Rosevear. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 they go here with 8 laps left. It's Cornell still in second, but right now in between Mueller and Paxton, a couple of lap cars. Kent Rosevear in that 0-2. Using that bottom side of the racetrack with a strong drive that time through 3 and 4. He'll clear him as well. 5 car lengths behind John Cornell in the 28. As they race through turns 1 and 2, Cornell on the top side of the racetrack. Kent Rosevear is going to follow suit. Looks like Cornell now starting to yard the 0-2 of Rosevear. He uses the lower line through 3 and 4. Rosevear uses the higher line, but Cornell so far able to hold him at bay as Craig Parker through turns 3 and 4 once again gets past the 78S of Steve Stoltz. He will put him 1 lap down. So then there were 4 cars on the lead lap. Dakota Berry. Right now the man in Craig Parker's sights. Can Parker put him down? 1 lap here with 4 to go. As they go side by side, Dakota Berry in the 75B trying to hang on to that spot. He's starting to crowd Craig Parker now to avoid making contact with Paxton. Parker, though, does get past Dakota Berry. Now looks to the inside of Doug Paxton, puts him another lap down. So Craig Parker has put all but 3 cars 1 lap down here in tonight's main event for the FK Rod-Ins SWDRA late models. As he crosses the stripe, will be 2 laps to go for the 48 of Craig Parker. Craig Parker started this race inside of row number 2. He's getting the white flag this time at the line. And he has checked out on the field. Still the only driver down the 16-second bracket in terms of lap times. Half a racetrack left from Craig Parker. He lapped him all the way up to 3rd place. He'll win tonight's main event in the 48. Craig Parker gets it done here tonight. Green to checker, 25 laps. Craig Parker leads them all. He wins tonight's main event here at Arizona Speedway back in Santan Ford Victory Lane. A familiar spot for the 48 of Craig Parker. Man, Craig, you had him covered here tonight.
Yeah, it was a good time. I gotta really thank Randy Cordy. You know, he helped me out with some new stuff, and we put it on, and the car was just unbelievable, really easy to drive, and yeah, it's awesome.
At what point during a race are you like, my gosh, I feel like I have a piece right here, and you see you lapping cars after cars after cars. Did you keep count right there? Because you had only 3 cars left on the lead lap.
Well, honestly, I felt pretty comfortable. I was a little nervous in 1 and 2, but my line in 3 and 4 just felt so good. I wasn't really worried about it. And then about 5 to go, I could see the 0-2 and John. So then that's when I realized I was comfortable.
Well, Craig Parker gets it done here again in Santan Ford Victory Lane. Know you got some people you like to thank.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife and my mom and dad. If it wasn't for them, and I wouldn't be able to do this. And John Cornell, you know, him and me, we were in the shop. We got 2 weeks off, and it didn't feel like it because we had everything tore apart. And then MDM Accounting, Jeff and Mitzi Manka, they helped me a lot. Gary Willette helps me a ton. Like I said, Randy Cordy Consulting. Bobby Engel, she helps the series and me. And then A-Tech Engineering. That's about it.
All right, Craig Parker gets it done here tonight. Your main event winner once again here for the FK Rod-Ins SWDRA late models. So we'll catch up with Kent Rosevear here, one of the other drivers to finish on the lead lap here tonight. Well, Kent, looked like you needed just a few more lap cars right there. You and John Cornell putting on a pretty good race act there for second.
Yeah, that was a good race. Parker was checked out. He was fast. We couldn't catch him, but we were running hard. That was a quick pace.
Yeah, definitely quick. Green to checker there in about 8 minutes, man. So pat yourself on the back, get yourself a water.
Absolutely. My tongue's hanging out after that, definitely.
And I know you're back here on the podium. Have some people you like to thank as well.
Yeah, I want to thank definitely my pit guys, Jack, my dad, LZ. I couldn't do it without them. Thank you very much.
All right, Kent Rosevear comes home on the podium as we'll catch up with John Cornell real quick. Only 3 drivers finished on the lead lap here. Craig Parker had a lot of good things to say about John Cornell there in Victory Lane. And, man, I know you and Craig thrash on these cars in the last couple of weeks that you've had off here. And, man, it seems to be working out for him. What are you going to do to catch him now?
Well, we just keep working on it, and he had a good run. He was really fast. He just left us. So, yeah, we all have our work to do to catch up to him.
Yeah, definitely have some work to do. But, hey, defending champion here of the SWDRA Late Model Series, know you can get it done.
Well, we'll just keep plugging away, and, hey, it's fun. Glad we're out here racing, and thanks for the track to have us, and thanks for the fans to be here, and just happy to be racing.